All right, for our last couple of pieces of UI, we're just gonna do a couple like pop-up kind of widgets. So in the content drawer, we are gonna go to widgets and my battle widgets folder. I'm gonna right click and do a user interface and a widget blueprint. And I'm gonna call this a user widget, and it's gonna be WVP underscore can't flee. So this is gonna be like my you can't flee notification. I'm gonna double click to open it. And I'm gonna actually, oh no, I'm not gonna do that. So when I have this open, I'm gonna have this little canvas panel that I'm gonna pop up. And then I'm gonna have a border or an image of some sort, and text as well. And so set an image to be like some sort of signboard, or you can use like a comic bubble, which I think is fun, whatever you think is fun. And so you can change the image here. I'm just going to use my board that I've been using just for simplicity, but like do whatever you think is fun. And then in the text block, I'm going to change this to say can't flee. Enemy too strong. And I can center it right here in the border. I can increase the font, and I can go down to auto wrap text, and I can center the text, all these little tricks we learned. So auto wrap, center, and I can change the color, and I can change the size to even bigger, and border, and anchor this to the center. Cool. That's all I have to do. Great. Super fun. No code necessary. And then I'm also going to create an end battle pop-up. So I'm going to actually right click and duplicate this because it's going to be kind of similar. I'm going to call this WVP underscore end battle. Double click to open it. And I'm going to change this text to one of the texts that I'm going to have. And what is this? Inside of the border, I'm actually going to right click. Actually, no, I'm just going to search for, No, I'm going to right click this text and say wrap with vertical box. There it is. Vertical box. And then I'm going to add a button after the text. And I'm going to have this fill and this button fill. I actually want it to spread. We'll spread it. And add padding around it. Oh, that's just too much on the bottom. I don't want like any on the bottom. Maybe just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to change this button like with my images, just kind of like we do with our other buttons. So I'm going to have hover and pressed. Draw them as images, not rounded boxes. Grab some text, put it on my button. This is going to say continue and be my font and be bigger. Nice. And there's my little end pop-up. It is perfect. No complaints. All right, this one does have a button, so we do want to make sure we click the button and change the name. I'm going to change this to continue button. And I do want to check it as is variable. This text is going to change based on whether we win or lose. We are going to bind it to something in the game mode that we're not going to make functional yet, but we are going to bind it. So up here in the text block, I'm going to call this end battle text. And I'm going to check that. Actually, I'm not going to check that. Continue button needs to be a variable. And battle text, we're going to click next to the text. See that little chain link? We're going to click that and create a binding. This is going to pop up. We are going to go into our battle game mode and we're going to create a variable in here. And it's going to call it end battle text. And it's going to be a text type. And it's not going to be an array. So I'm going to right click that, put it back to normal. And it's going to have default nothing right now. In here, I'm going to get game mode. I'm going to cast to battle game mode. And as battle game mode, I'm going to get that text and battle text and pass that in. That's going to be my binding to get the correct text to display here. I'm also going to click in my event graph. I'm going to click this continue button right here. I'm going to click on clicked, continue button. When we click this button, I want to get the player controller. Set input mode to game only. Flash input. And then I'm going to call a function in the game mode that's called exit battle. So I'm going to go into the game mode right now and create a function called exit battle. And I'm going to call that from the game mode. So get game mode, cast to battle game mode, and call exit battle. Now, none of this is going to do anything yet because it's way too complicated for us to actually like test these ones popping up because we have to get all the way to the end of the battle and it's really hard to like simulate that because a lot of stuff is going to go on. The can't flee button is only going to pop up when we can't flee, which means we have to kind of like implement all of the flee stuff. So we're not going to test these. So when you pass this part off, I just want you to show me, this one has no code, so it doesn't need any code, but show me this one designed. And show me this one with this code and the design. And you can just pull it up and show it on the video. And that's all we have to do for the UI. So the last part was the easiest, hopefully, and the least scary. I know it's a lot, but we'll get through it and you'll have a really cool game at the end.